I think it's official. Alfalfa has sprouted in my hair. You know, Little Rascals, Alfalfa, I had that thing. Anyway, hey everybody, time to shave, and it's time to finally break open this stuff that Dana sent me, the Barrister and Mann Terror. This is seasonal, and actually you can only buy it for one more day. So if you see this today or tomorrow, the August 31st, and you want to try these, you got to buy them right now because they're seasonal. I haven't tried them yet, so I'm curious to see what they're like. Now, I did read up about what they are. So they are called Terror. This is from Barrister and Mann. And each one of them is called Terror. And this is not terror as in like the concept, but the HMS Terror, which was an Arctic sailing ship, like an icebreaker ship in 1848, I believe. And it got stuck in the ice. And all of the men aboard tried to escape across the Arctic, and they all passed away. This is in their memory. It's terror. I don't know. I mean, if I lived my whole life and then I was remembered with an aftershave, well, it's better than nothing, right? I guess. So here's the aftershave. It says it's extremely cold. Keep away from eyes and anything else that you would prefer not to freeze. You have been warned. So there's that. Here is the shaving soap in this beautiful little blue tissue paper. Branded Terror, as you see. I love the graphics on here, and I love the blue. So, what it says is, it's frankincense, which is supposed to be like the smell of the ship's timbers, of the wood. And this just smells like a really pleasant, it doesn't smell like wood. And I'm not exactly sure what frankincense smells like on its own, but this smells very good. And it's it's a pretty firm soap. So we'll see how that, I don't think there's any menthol. It's got lanolin and shea butter. Oh, there you go. Is there any menthol in this? I know there's menthol in, I believe the Aftershave Balm. So we got the alcohol-based aftershave, and then we got the Balm here. Let's open this little sucker up. These have been sitting on my counter since I got them. Yeah, so it says, let's see, Terror Balm, made in the USA, with jojoba and hyaluronic acid. There you go. We got the Terror Balm. So if you've been terrorized, this is your balm right here. I'm going to try to open this sucker up. Now, I know I've got the aftershave and oh, there we go. And the aftershave balm. So I think I should try them both. What do you think? That's what I think. Put one on top of the other. Why not? Ooh, it's a little softy. It's kind of like crema, or like a sour cream a little bit, like in a yogurt. And it's not a very strong scent. So these are all very mild scents, which is kind of nice. You don't want to be overpowered with scents. Now, I am getting a little bit of menthol in this, so I could be wrong about that. And since they were trapped in the ice and they all died, they froze to death. Terrible, terrible. Anyway, your memory is freezing to death. Let's put some menthol in it. Come on, guys. All right, what are we going to shave with today, razor-wise? Let's see. Well, I'm going to use this. The Fat Guy from Global Shave Club. I got an email from Sheldon. He just bought himself a cool new Stratocaster, and he said, could you talk about and review one of the razor I sent you? And I will do that eventually, but right now I'm going to use this, the Fat Guy from Global Shave Club, because I don't think I've used it more than once or twice, so I want to revisit it. Having, 4 actual Fat Boys, vintage ones. I'm going to kind of refamiliarize myself with this. Got a brand new fresh blade in there, going to set it on 7 because that's what I always do. Tighten that sucker down. Sheldon knocked it out of the park with this thing. If you can't find or can't afford or don't want to buy a vintage Fat Boy from Gillette, check this out. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, let's refamiliarize myself with it today, so at the end I can say whether it's pretty good or not. But that one I remember not having any problems with. Okay, and what I'm going to lather up with is a little Sinatra Lennon Signature Series brush. Synthetic with a little wooden handle and a little metal. I think you can still buy those at DS Cosmetics. I'm not sure. Check it out. I always have the links down below to all this. Most of this stuff, at least. Oh, this smells good. I guess if that's frankincense, if that's the scent I'm smelling, I like it. I like it a lot. And I am getting a teeny bit of a menthol thing. So, to the memory of all those men, those brave men who died on the HMS Terror. And there was a second ship, the HMS Erebus, that also, I think, suffered the same fate. So, man, those guys were tough and they knew what they were getting into. But here's to their memory. Let's shave in their honor, all right? Why not? Let's dedicate a shave to those brave brave and intrepid travelers and explorers. Okay, let's lather up. Get out the old razor. Now, I was so... Oh, by the way, thanks for all the birthday wishes. And the things that were sent to me. Oh, yeah, this is mentholated for sure. Oh, oh wow, this is really good. Ooh, and it's got a different kind of tingle than I'm used to with menthol. What the heck? Whoa. Whoa. Anyway, thanks for the birthday wishes. I was very lazy this weekend. And I didn't shave. I think I used my electric razor once because it was just bothering me. But, oh man, yeah, this is definitely mentholated. I was wrong when I said it wasn't. I thought I read on their website that it wasn't, but it is. And it's tingling. Interesting. And it's different. It's kind of a different tingle. Huh, I don't know why. Anyway, so I had a lovely, peaceful birthday. I drove my rented Mustang convertible out to the LBJ Ranch. And if you follow me on Instagram, I post up there every now and then, not a lot. And I put a little picture of me up there. I believe it was in front of the Texas White House, as they call it. So that was nice. And went out for a nice dinner with the family. Had some margaritas. Broke one of the margaritas on the table. I was like trying to show I wasn't even finished with the first one. This is what a lightweight I am now in my old age, in my advanced years. I was getting ready to show the kids or show my wife a picture on the phone, and I just knocked the glass over, shattered it on the table. There was still a good amount of margarita in it. Tragedy. Not tragedy on the scope of the HMS Terror, mind you. First world shaving tragedies. But yeah, so that was very nice. Very nice. Thanks everybody for your, I forgot, I cut myself on my lip. I don't know if you can see that. I forgot, I gotta watch out for that. This is the dumbest thing. I was getting into bed night before last, pulling up the covers like this, and my hand slipped and my thumb just went wham right into my lip. Started bleeding all over the place. So I do have a little split lip from that. Certainly nothing compared to what the men of the HMS Terror went through. But then there you go. Oh, wow, this is really tingling as I'm removing it as I shave and the skin is getting exposed to the air. I'm feeling more of the tingle and it's good. It's a pleasant, but it's kind of different. I'm not sure. I mean, you guys know me. I use tons of menthol stuff. But this one feels a little bit different and it smells very, very nice. It's got a little bit of a minty smell. And then you got a little bit of that frankincense, I think is what it is. It's almost like a golden scent, you know? It's hard to describe. You know, frankincense, I think, isn't it kind of a resinous, yellowish, golden color? Or is that myrrh? I don't know. What do I know? What do I look like? One of the magi? Certainly not. I didn't get any of that for my birthday, by the way. No frankincense, gold, or myrrh. But I got some great shaving stuff, and I got some hair products, too, that we'll talk about at a later time. Check this stuff out. Yeah, this is from Locks & Company. I got 2 pomades and an aftershave. Check these out. Check that graphics out. So I don't use pomade, so I'm going to have to try it out. Because I use, you know, just when I do my hair. Oh, here's the first pass, by the way. Pretty good. Still got plenty to shave, though, so let's keep going. So I don't use pomade. So I'm going to have to get used to trying that out. Because I like being able to wash it out of my hair. That's what's good about my hair techniques. I just use mousse, and then once I have it styled in the way I want, which is this ridiculous shape you see right here, then I use a little bit of hairspray to lock it down. So, but pomade's different, you know. It stays, at least certain kinds can stay in your hair for a long time, even when you're trying to wash it out. So, I'll have to let you know if that kind of pomade is for me or not. But there is an aftershave lotion in there, and we'll try that out too. Okay, here we go. Second pass. I hope that if you are in the path of Hurricane Ida down there in the south in Louisiana, and some of the other southern states that will be affected by it, I hope that you're staying safe and you've evacuated if you needed to. I know that there's a lot of people without power in Louisiana right now. So hang in there. And if you're watching this after you recover, well, then I'm glad you're back. You know, growing up in Houston, we had to worry about hurricanes coming through. And I remember several times having to board up the windows on our house in anticipation of, a really terrible storm. Luckily, we never really got clobbered that bad. We had one in the 80s called Alicia, Hurricane Alicia. And that one I remember we had to board up, and that one had caused some real damage around the neighborhood. Lots of trees down and people's windows blown out. I do remember that. Flooding and all that. So it was always a little exciting and a little nerve-wracking and frightening. Certainly nothing like what these gentlemen went through. All right, that's enough. Gotta know when to stop. Oh boy, I'm getting tons of nicks. I'm gonna dial this back because I'm getting tons of nicks on 7. And plus I just shaved the first round, so I'm going down to 5 just to see. But this shaving, so Barrister and Mann. Now I know you guys are like, you never heard of that? You never heard of Ariana and Evans? No, I haven't. I don't go out searching for shaving products all the time. If I hear about something, or if I'm sent something, if I just hear about it, just happen to, but I'm not out actively searching. The only thing I do that for is like guitar stuff and history stuff, history podcasts and, that's my jam. Not shaving, weirdly enough. I don't know. All right, there's 2 passes. I'm kind of trying to stop the little nicks from happening. I can tell after not shaving, I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my face is already starting to get a little bit red, and that's why I have to shave. That's why I think I'm going to announce it now. I will not be doing No Shave November. That's enough. It's torture. I remember last year, getting towards like 4 or 5 days out, I was like, I gotta get rid of this thing right now. So, and then somebody said, you don't have to do No Shave November if you don't want to. And I was like, oh, you're right, I don't. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. All right, everybody. Here we go. The third and final pass. I'm gonna have to use some alum after this because I'm getting lots of little nicks. I probably should buy a styptic pencil. I just haven't done it. There we go. I hope that everyone in your family and your friends and coworkers, I hope everyone's happy and safe and healthy, taking care of yourselves. I'm still doing the intermittent fasting and have since the beginning of May. And I think my wife finally noticed yesterday. I think she finally noticed. She said, you're looking skinnier. I was like, yes. It only took, almost 4 months. Slow and steady wins the race, folks. Don't give up. If you're on this long journey, especially if you're like doing weight loss like I'm trying to do. And believe me, I've done this for years now. I've done this for 20 years now. Not intermittent fasting. This is the first time I've done that. But I've been battling my weight my whole life. For the majority of my life till I was 30, I was overweight. I was like, 250 pounds. And I lost all that 21 years ago. And I've been trying to keep it off ever since. It gets harder and harder as you get older, as I'm sure you all well know. But if you're doing what I'm doing, or if maybe you're trying to quit smoking, quit drinking, quit anything that you don't want to do anymore, keep at it. It's so much of it is mental, So much of it is mental. You just gotta be ready. It's gotta be time for you. You can think like, I should do this, but if you're not really feeling it, it's tough. I know. I've experienced it for a long time now. Okay. It's kind of disconcerting how many nicks I got. This is more nicks than I ever get. Okay. Wash off. And alum block. Oh, it's going to burn. It's going to sting. Here we go. Just do it. Jump in. Just like when you jumping into an ice cold spring fed, river or lake. Just do it. Don't go in like inch by inch. Just jump in at one time. You get used to it a lot quicker. Same thing with alum. Oof. Don't get it in your mouth. Oh, God, so gross. So it makes your day. I remember that. Now that I just did that, I remember seeing like Bugs Bunny cartoons where they would sprinkle powdered alum on a food, and it would make their mouth go zoop and like into a little, kind of a sphincter, I forgot about that. Now I know what it is. Now I understand what Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner were up to. Gosh. You see? It's these little eureka moments in life. You never know when they're going to come. All right. Hopefully that will take care of it. Just doing that much. And, ugh. Yuck. You got to let it stay on for a minute. So while you're doing that, wash out your stuff. Wash off your razor. Wash out your brush. Don't just wait around. Do a little something while you're waiting. Do a little something. Yeah, clean up as you go. All right. Oh, it seems to have stopped all those nicks. That's great. Now, when I wash off the alum, they might start back up again. I'll deal with it later, but don't worry about me. Gotta get that weird taste out. Ugh. Okay, dry off, and then we'll go with the balm. I think we'll do the alcohol first. Did he say alcohol first? Oh, terrible. I gotta stop using so much alcohol in my aftershave. The wife is starting to smell it on my breath. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. So the Terror, and it's got that cloudy look. You see inside there? I shook it up. I think all these are supposed to be similarly scented, the frankincense thing. So we got that still going with this, but it smells slightly different. Oh, man. Oh, that smells good. Ooh, I don't know what that smells like, but I like it. Wow. And there is a little bit of that wood. I did get a little bit like of a fresh, I wouldn't say a cedar wood, but something like that. Wow. That is so cool. Thanks, Dana. Dana sent me this stuff, and he sent me the iced watermelon from last week. The Four Loko scent. No, I'm just kidding. And he sent me this stuff. So now let's try the Terror Aftershave Balm. So we did that. It didn't burn because I already put the alum on. But here's what I'm gonna do. If you got some it's like when you open a jar of peanut butter and they're stuck, you use that stuff first and then use this stuff. Save the other for later. Just that much, not much. That's actually probably too much. So I just dab it on. You know what I do with excess? I just kind of put it on my shoulders or anywhere I feel like maybe if your elbows are dry. Ooh. Man, what an interesting, and that one's like the most subtle scent out of all of them. This is the most subtle, and then the shaving soap, and then that's the most potent. Not that it's, pardon me, I shouldn't have eaten all those Cheerios before this. No, I don't know. But anyway, that is some great stuff. It lathered beautifully, it smells great, it's subtle, it's cool. I love the blue. Blue's my favorite color. Anyway, thanks, Dana, again. And thanks to everybody that sent me stuff and sent me birthday wishes and watched that video I put out on Friday. I recorded it earlier. I didn't record it on Friday because I was out and about, jaunting in my convertible, which is now back. I returned it on Saturday. But we had a lot of fun, drove the kids around, and didn't get sunburned. I wore a hat. It's very smart. Oh, it's not sunny right now, so that means it's time for me to say goodbye. Have a great week, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment. I read every single one of them. All right. See you later. Bye.